It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're going to see Brian Thomas Jr., who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Jags and the Colts, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
You just hope throughout your career, Mike, that you're not on the wrong end of too many games like last week. So many games in the NFL come down to one score. They're very close. And every once in a while, they're multiple score games.
Oh, and they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's carry #1 for Travis Etienne. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and it'll bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That one on target to Davis. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
1st and 10. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He finds De'Ami Brown. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Here's Etienne. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Lawrence now. Get this to the tight end, Johnny Munt. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Etienne.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
So, 4th down, and on comes the rookie, Cam Little, for this Jaguar field goal. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson.
And he's coming off a game where he's pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest. He had a couple nice throws here and there, and I think that's what gives this team hope that he is the quarterback for the future, Mike, because when he's on, it looks like big boy football. The problem is they just don't see it enough. He didn't get into any sort of established rhythm, never found the end zone, and of course he had the 1 interception. I think today, get him off to a good start. Get an idea of what the defense is looking to do to counter you, and find some easy layups to get this quarterback going. I think last week they weren't able to do it, and if they don't find early success today, I have a feeling the result might not be all that different.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of shotgun, Richardson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From the gun, Richardson. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So, on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. This is taken at the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The Jaguars offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And things starting to take shape here. 3 weeks left of the regular season. Teams making that final push for postseason berths. In the pistol, here's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw is Lawrence. Open man, it's Davis downfield. And he will go all the way. Gabe Davis. Touchdown Jaguars. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Anthony Gould now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently 2nd in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Now Richardson. This ball is intercepted. Tyson Campbell. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Lawrence. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Zaire Franklin.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Open man. That's Alec Pierce. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. To throw, it's Richardson. He'll try and get there on the ground. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On 2nd down, Richardson. He'll look deep for Pittman. That is brought in. And he will score. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Colts. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The kicking team off for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Colts are on the board. It's 10-7. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. 10-7 is the score. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Parker Washington. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense getting set to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. He finds his tight end. That's Brenton Strange. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense. Automatic 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. The carry here for Etienne. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. That's Charvarius Ward, able to make the play. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Etienne. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. 3rd down and 9. Here's Lawrence. In trouble, and down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Anthony Richardson. I mean, it's not hard to see why they want to get the ball in his hands as often as possible, both as a passer, but when you can get him as a designed runner, his size and speed, he is a handful for defenses.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
3rd and long. Richardson going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Colts will level the score at 10 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Washington now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Jags offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins. 1st and 10. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Now a 3rd and 2. On the give, it's Etienne. And he's going to go backwards again. They went to him twice in a row. The defense stops him twice in a row for loss. And now it's 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Colts offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. In motion comes Pittman. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Defense. Still 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. And this one is caught by Pierce. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half and good enough for a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. That one complete to Pierce. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing is Richardson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. To the goal line and in. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Indy.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Colts go up by 7. It is now 17-10. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they're going to play it safe with a run. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. Here's Logan Cook now, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Colts offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
They'll run here with Hill. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Colts are on top as we head downstate to Orlando. And we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report.
These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback's position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Give up the middle to Taylor. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, Richardson. Pass right side to Downs. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down. Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Throwing, Richardson. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the halftime message was from the coach, Mike. He said, I want to come out in this second half and deliver an early blow. Come out swinging. Well, I think they've made that statement pretty clear here to start the third quarter. And if they can finish this drive off with a touchdown, I think they'll have done just that.
On first down, it's Richardson. Now he takes off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. We'll go down and it's an incompletion. 3rd and 9. Now Richardson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Colts add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. That caught by Davis. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Play action now. It's Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Up the middle, here's Etienne. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. run. It's ETN. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Here's a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. It's to the left side and taken in by Downs. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll work the middle here with Taylor. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson completing this one to Downs. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the gun, Richardson. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. Lawrence gives this one to ETN. And he'll take this up, working towards the 1st down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's ETN. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
So these teams trade field goals in the 3rd as we come to the end of the quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's ETN. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's ETN. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. To throw is Lawrence. That one on target to Davis. He's got it. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. Lawrence now. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part, so once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
This one caught at the 4. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. That one taken in. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. And there is still a lot to play for. Every game is critical. Teams fighting to claim one of the 7 playoff spots that are up for grabs. They'll go again here with Taylor. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. Richardson going to look to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. He'll get this down to the 44, but that's about it. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. Catch made, that's Woods. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Richardson to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Downs goes in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll get this close to a first down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the first down. He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So now, a big spot coming here. This to take the lead here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing. Richardson operating from the pistol. Taking off. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the 1st down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. First and 10. On the give, this is Taylor. And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They go right back to Taylor. And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end.
Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. Big play in the game right here. It's third down. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on 4th and long. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.